Greetings and salutations, Visigoth here, and today I'm going to be doing another Neverwhere Found request review. This one is by deimoses. Yeah, I think that's how you... I'm not really trying to say that. Here's the short code, and the quest overview is Jack Burkhardt, a noble, is seeking your help locating his father, Dalg. He believes he may have gone off on yet another fairy tale adventure. Enter Dorskin Keep in search of Dalg. Little version here. Recommended solo players be well prepared or bring a friend. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm actually going to try this on my main, but my main is a 60, so that might make it a little difficult. But I'm reasonably well geared out. I've got a good stack of pots here and some other healing items, and this is kind of my most comfortable build. It's my favorite class, so I tend to feel very comfortable playing it. So hopefully this won't be too difficult for me, or at least it won't be so difficult that I can't play it. But we'll try. If it goes to shit, I can always roll like a third alt low level just to play this and other hard content. Just want to point a couple things out. When reading the author's quest description, I'm not quite sure what this... I think it's supposed to be off. And what was it? Something else I noticed. Jack Burkhardt, a noble. Yeah, see this right here. Jack Burkhardt, a noble. This doesn't really flow super well. It's a noble part. Like if you put this in front of the nobleman's name, it would sound more fluent. Like a noble, comma, Jack Burkhardt is seeking your help locating his father, Dalg. Or you could even say Jack Burkhardt, Neverwinter nobleman, comma, is seeking your help locating his father. But I don't know, just Jack Burkhardt, a noble, is seeking your help sounds off. He believes he may have gone off on yet another fairy tale adventure. Yeah, see, this should be off instead of it's an A. Enter Dorskin Keep in search of Dalg. Yeah, see, that works. Alright, let's accept this and see how it plays. I've been having some connectivity issues, but I'm not really sure if that's like tied to the game, if it's tied to my internet service provider, or if it's to do with the crazy hyperactivity we've been seeing for the sun lately. Supposedly it's in a heightened, I don't know what you'd say, like it's going a little more active than it usually is. Supposedly it's like every 50 or 100 years. Alright, let's make sure I actually track Dagger of Silence. Oh yeah, by the way, the quest title is Dagger of Silence. I didn't cover that. You have to pardon me, I've kind of been having to get back into playing Neverwinter. I've gotten to the point where I'm a little, I don't know, I'm getting a little jaded by the money transactions. It's kind of like in my crafting, I've hit a plateau. Oh, wait, I should do that real quick. Oh wait, I thought I'd already gone off. Basically, I've reached the point where the only way I can progress, like, actually, I don't know why I keep hitting that fucking button. I'm a little unpracticed right now. Yeah, like literally leadership. I've gotten to the point where the only way that I can progress higher is if I actually go and buy either through the auction house or buy the packs to be able to get these higher level... Where the fuck are they? Oh, they're not even showing right now. But basically the next tier of craft people, you can't actually craft them. The only way you can get them is if you buy them, either through the auction house or through the actual store, the Zen store, which is, I don't know, kind of pissing me off. Same thing with like bags, trying to get bags for like my alt. Like luckily on this guy, I've got all greater bag of holding, so it kind of helps a little bit. But I finally bought my first bank upgrade, and it was kind of like, it was a disappointment. Like, matter of fact, let me just show that real quickly, just in case anyone else kind of is wondering. Like, I know this is a quest review, but I just want to take a minute to socket this in here. Figure a little bit of information with the quest is fun. Like, literally, when you buy an upgrade, at least your first upgrade, all you get is a second or 2 more rows. So, you know, you start with 4, you purchase an upgrade, it's like 600, you unlock 2 rows, which, I mean, I don't know, 600 isn't terrible, but at the same time, it's kind of like all the little transactions on top of each other are kind of pissing me off. At least they're starting to piss me off. Alright, let's make sure I go the right way. And it's not exactly like getting astral diamonds is super easy. I mean, you know, it's not even that it's really easy. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get enough. I mean, especially trying to like equip your gear. Like, I've finally gotten just about all purples, but I haven't even gotten all of my enchantment, you know, sockets filled yet. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's getting taxing. But, you know, I guess that's kind of part of a free-to-play game. Alright, Nobleman Burkhardt. Hello, Visigoth. I'm Jack Burkhardt. Okay, he's Jack. And I'm looking for a strong adventurer like yourself to aid me. My grandfather, Dalg, went adventuring off to the Dorskin Keep in search of his brother. He was mumbling something about drinking a potion made from blood. Ooh, that's kinda... Yuck. I'm not sure if this is a sign of his age or he's just drunk again. But could you and a few friends go look for him, please? Oh, that's a good tie-in for like suggesting people play this as a party. Oh, and one more thing. Please don't mention his mustache. My grandfather is very sensitive about it. Search for dog. Recommended solo players be well prepared or bring a friend. Yeah, okay. I like this so far. This is a well, you know, organized, well established quest. You know, it's not like super complex story. You know, or like, or I shouldn't say complex. It's not a super oh fuck me, the word was just right on the tip of my mind and just flew off. It's not diluted. It's not like, you know, so complex that it almost dilutes what you're doing, which is good. I mean, myself, I kind of if I don't keep myself on track, I tend to make super elaborate and try to make complex stories and stuff. Or sometimes, you know, to play and have fun, simpler is better. Shows you map of Dorskin Keep's location. Okay, wait. Okay, this is in blue, so it's an out of character, so I'm assuming that you're trying to imply that Jack here, you know, Nobleman Burkhardt, is showing me. So this should be reworded. So if you put he shows you a map of Dorskin Keep's location, that would work better. His last known destination was Dorskin Keep, located on this map. Located on this map. It's not really. It's not located on the map. The keep's location is noted on the map, but the actual location is in the world. So I wouldn't say located on this map. Although I guess you're saying his last known destination. I don't know. See, all this together, it's a little awkward. His last known destination was Dorskin Keep, located on this map. Like, you could say his last known position was near Dorskin Keep, located on this map. That would make sense, because then you would say that like his position is located on the map. But then to actually say that Dorskin Keep is located on the map, I don't know. I'd almost like to see its location. I've marked its location on this map. That's what I'd much rather see. Something like that. I will search for your grandfather. I'm not ready. Wait here. Okay, let's go. I'll search for your grandfather. I know, again, that goes back to I've mentioned it other times if anyone has watched other videos that I've made, that I really am moving away from the concept of having like an out in the conversation. You don't need it. That's what the done button is for. Like, unless it triggers an event or triggers like a conversation, or unless it triggers something, I don't think it's needed. I think it's just a waste. All right, head to Doorskin Keep. Oh, I should probably call a companion just for some added extraness. I don't know. I love my wolf Fenris. He's freaking awesome. I just love it for RP. Like, it's fun to have a wolf with you. But I'm kind of pissed off. He stopped leveling at 20, so he's super weak now. And same thing with my my cleric Evie. She stopped leveling at fucking 15, so it's kind of like she does add in some extra health, but she's not super helpful. So until they actually release the fucking... Oh wait, can I actually... Give me a second, I'm trying to figure if I can pick up my... I used to have a dire wolf, but I think I got rid of him because I didn't really like the bone spikes. Here we go, I still got him. I named him Fenrir. I thought Fenrir was a cool name. Oh shit, he's only rank 1. Fuck me. Okay, I'm not gonna use him. Let's try Fenris. And if I need to, I guess I can switch to my my cleric. Alright. Oh wow, Dagger Keep is way down here. That's a cool spot. But yeah, no, I'm really kind of pissed off with Neverwinter. Well, I'm getting pissed off. Like, not having the companion tomes. That's kind of bullshit too. Oh, forgot to open some more tea, so it's like I'm sitting here drinking lemonade, and it's like, maybe lemonade's not the best thing to try and quench your thirst and wet your throat. If my throat collapses from sourness, I can't speak. I'll just make quick movements, or maybe I can like sign with a cursor. This thing talking about, yes, over here. Alright, this is an interesting entrance. I had actually expected not to come into the keep, but into like the outside, like to just an open area, like in a forest or something, and then enter in a keep. But this works too. Light the way. Okay. Why is this sparkly? Is this like an emergency exit? I wonder. That's interesting. Reasonably large map. Alright. Let's see if this is an emergency exit. I gotta play around with this some more. It seems like they got these working properly. Yeah, it was. Okay. And can I still travel back to Dagger Keep? Yes, I can. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I really got to play around with that. Like, after I finish, I think I got like 2 or 3 more quests that I said I would review. After that, I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a break and go and play around with the tools and see what's been fixed and see what's been added and work out some issues. The fire glows. Okay. Use the torch to light braziers. Alright. As you reach for the torch, a spirit appears. And he's like stretching like he just woke up. That's neat. Why do you disturb my slumber? I'm sorry, I need some light. Be warned, the path you seek is fraught with danger. Spirit lights braziers for you. Oh, that's neat. That's a fun little... I mean, I was totally willing to like pick up a torch and go around and light all these braziers as an objective. As an objective. But that's a nice little twist. That kind of saves me the monotony of having to go around and light each one individually. I like it. Nice little mechanic. Clear a path. Okay. Old blockage. Press B to destroy blockage. Well, I don't know if I like blockage. That's kind of not a great word. I don't know. And just to point this out, like, being picky here, but this is the kind of stuff I noticed. These are all floating up way too high. They need to be like sunk into the ground. Like, basically, it just looks, I don't know, it looks weird because it's kind of like just floating there, like the barrels and the bottom of the wood planks and stuff. All right, let's Let's move the old blockage. I don't know, I would almost want to see this say like barricade. Remove the old barricade. Or, what other things would block? I like little mushrooms, that's interesting. Rubble. I mean, you could say rubble. You know, stuff like that. Blockage isn't really a word that you'd use in that kind of sentence, like in that context. It's like awkward. I like this. This looks good. I like the vines and such. And you know, it's detailed enough that it's kind of interesting. Although, you know, I wonder how like the Doom guides, like I don't know what you call that, not coat of arms, but like their image. I wonder how that ties into this keep. Is this like a Doom guide's keep? All right. Let's go slay the undead. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm back to my favorite class. Wow, that is a weird, like a fin on his head and shit. What? It's a weird undead. Let's do a little bit of exploring. Is this a doughboy? I don't get it. Why is it called doughboy? Did it have to be with my brother? What? Doughboy, okay. That's weird. I mean, like, is Doughboy just, like, a fun name? Or are you trying to, like, I don't know, like, if I remember correctly, I think Marines or some form of military from like, World War II, I think they were called doughboys. Or maybe it was World War I, and they called them doughboys. It's ours. Okay. Looters Kima. Okay, so this group is looters and his name is Kima. Alright, let's... I love this class. Although it's been a while since I've played, so I've got to refresh my mind just a little bit. I started getting used to my Guardian fighter, and my skills are just a little different. Even my key bindings are a little different. Like I can't. Oh, there it goes. I couldn't remember what skill triggered what. Oh shit! Forgot I can't block. Oh god! It's like just when I start getting used to my Guardian fighter, I decide to switch back. How terrible is that? God, and I had this memorized too. Although the Great Weapon Fighter kind of is my preferred like playstyle, especially the way I've got like my build set up. All right, he's dead. Yeah, see, Fenris is a weak pup. This is interesting. It's intense. It's like I can't really tell if this is you guessing I gotta drink some lemonade to dry my throat even more. Oh. What I was gonna say is this is a neat little detail, but I can interpret it a few ways. I'm not really sure which one is correct. It could be like a cooking pit, like they're actually cooking humans and for consumption. It could be like a torture device, or it could be like execution. So that's interesting though. I like it. Let's see, can I interact with this yet? Yep. Although I'm supposed to go that way. But I feel like being a little exploratory. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a dust zombie or whatever they're called. A little torture chamber here. Okay. This is cool. Alright, that's the way I came from. Ooh, I can run around, thank God. Yeah, okay. I'm picking this back up pretty fast. After all, this is like my main and my favorite class. So it's kind of like muscle memory kicks in and it's not super hard. There we go. Sweet. Even though I'm enjoying playing my Guardian Fighter, I found it to be a little awkward. The skills just don't... There's no, like, synergy. It doesn't want to flow super well. Yeah, here I wanted to point out another thing. This barrel is also floating, you know, like, off the ground by, like, I don't know, a good bit. I'd come back in and lower that down. I'm really picky when it comes to the map creation. That's, like, my favorite thing to work on. Alright, so I haven't killed a single one of these zombies yet. All this I'm killing is just getting to it. Oh, fuck me, that was a good little mood enhancer. That was a wasted skill. And even though there's a large selection of mobs, it really fits the setting. You know, like... Although, I don't know, the undead. I'm not really sure how the undead fit in. I mean, unless it's just like, oh, you know, they're... I don't know. I like the robbers, that's cool. I like the spiders, that works. But I'm curious how the undead fit in. I mean, without any, like, explanation. Alright, where the fuck did Fenris go? Oh, he's stuck on the... I always forget about that. They get stuck on traps. AI is, not especially smart. I mean, if you're not going for a complicated story, and if you just want to keep it simple, so far, you know, it feels like an average, you know, just basic quest, which is, you know, perfectly fine. But if you want to try and, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say class it up, but if you want to add a little bit more, like, depth to it, I would like a little bit of explanation of what this keep is, like what it once was or what it is now, and also how the undead tie into it, like the ghost. The ghost was a neat little thing, and the tomb robber, or the not tomb robbers, but the you know, the looters or the robbers, whatever, you know, the human guys. They work. You just kind of extrapolate that, you know, they're coming here to try and find wealth. The undead just aren't super clear in, like, what their purpose is. I kind of forgot my rotation a little bit. Yeah, see, my wolf really does not... Oh, I was lag. That's what it was. Fuck me. I was like, my wolf doesn't seem to be doing anything. That's another thing I kind of hate about the dire wolf. Its little knockback is neat because it cancels skills sometimes, but it's also annoying because it actually, like, moves the character or the NPCs around the encounters. Alright, so at least I've killed one undead. Now let's go and find the other. Yeah, seeing the spiders work. You know, it's kind of like, oh, the place is abandoned and they've moved in. You know, and kind of like set up their little nests and stuff. I like it. But I don't know, I think the supernatural stuff, like the undead, or like magic, I think it's become a little too, oh, give me a second, I gotta sneeze. I think it gets a little overused. Like, not just that it gets overused in the sense that it gets used a lot, but when it is used, it's not even explained very well. So it really takes away from, like, how cool magic should be, in my opinion. You know, like as examples, like having any random Joe being able to open, like, a portal, or, you know, things like that. So that's kind of like the undead. I mean, again, I always kind of want to point this out because it's very true. I am not super versed on D&D lore. I just know little bits and pieces. So I don't know, maybe in the D&D universe, you know, it's like all these things are super commonplace. But I kind of prefer that they have more meaning to them. So I'd kind of like a reason that they're like undead, you know? Well, that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, so far this isn't very hard at all. I think a lot of players that judge content for level 60, like they're level 60 and they're playing level 60 content and they say it's too hard, I think it's because they have yet to actually gear up. They're probably super undergeared, and I don't know, I wouldn't say that they're bad players. It's just that their gears is really probably starting, you know, gear. Because your gear can have a huge effect on how it fights and how you play. But I mean, I don't know if you can see me. I'm kind of tearing through these guys. Like I'm able to you know, sit here and ramble on and not really have to play super amounts of attention. And also, like I pointed out, I haven't played this this class in over, I don't know, a week probably. So I mean, and I've been playing another class, so I'm a little rusty. Also, other things I think that come into play is, like, say a gamer is playing like a cleric. Like, I don't. This is just the best example I can think of that's extreme enough to get my point across. You know, say like a player is he's playing his cleric, and he's completely set up his build and all of his gear so that he works as a healing class in a group of his friends or in his guild. Well, for him to turn around and be like, oh, well, while I'm waiting, I think I'm going to go do some solo content. Well, of course, he's not going to be optimized for solo content. I mean, so for him to complain that it's too hard, you know, when a quest says for one player or for 2 players, or if it's you know, single player, bring lots of bots because it'll be difficult. For him to then turn around and complain about that, it's kind of just asinine. Oh, that was a neat little event. I like that. That was very cool. You know, the fireplace lit up, and then this Sherry Dinkon. Oh, it's a weird name, but I like that. Like, that was kind of a cool event that added, I don't know, like added atmosphere. I like it. But the reason I was saying that about the cleric is, like, me. I pretty much, like, always play solo content by myself. I would remove this door. See how it's clipping through right down there? At least I think that's clipping through. Yeah. Yeah, see, I would just rearrange it just a wee bit. But, so yeah, so my character, this character specifically, is completely maximized for solo gaming. Oh, neat. Little, I'm not sure what this is, but I had to kick a little trap. And I like the little details, like the shields in the wall and stuff. Stuff like that really adds to it. You know, the atmosphere. This fireplace is a little, I don't know. I'd like to see a chimney. You know, like, fireplaces need chimneys. And also right there, it's clipping through. Like that takes away from the quality of it. So it needs to be moved just a little bit. You know, tweaked. And this skull pile needs to be lowered down. It's just kind of floating in the air. Call my companion. You know, that's another thing I wish they'd fix. Make it so that companions run through fucking traps. This is an interesting glyph portal painting thing. It's fucking weird. It's like bubbling out. Alright, let's interact with this and see what it says. A strange mirror of unknown origin. Oh, is that what it's supposed to be? A mirror? Right on. Leave. That's my only option. It's a neat little addition, though. Get a kick out of the effects and such. this thing. I wish they'd fucking fixed, you know, not even fixed, but I wish they'd stop trying to cram that down our throats. It's not even a bug. They purposely want it to pop up every 3 seconds. Ooh, the gatekeeper. Okay. See, and I'd kind of like these objectives are updating, but I'm not really getting any story of like what's changing. You know, like it's kind of giving away what's going on, but not filling me in on what's going on. You know, it's like I get in here and all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, kill the undead." Okay, there are undead I have to find, and now it's like, "Hey, you killed the undead. Now go defeat the gatekeeper." It's like, well, I don't. How do I know that there's a gate, and how do I know that there's a keeper keeping the gate? I'd kind of like a little bit more, you know, story. You know, like I'm supposed to be looking for the guy's father. You could just throw in some like clickies, you know, some invisible cookies with some items or something, like, you know, oh, this must be the father's backpack, or, you know, stuff like that would add to the experience. And so when it updates, you know, it could be like, I don't know, don't tell me go defeat the gatekeeper until like I'm like, I don't know, like have it be like, you know, continue your search for clues or something like that. And then like right here, like if this is where the, okay, no, not yet. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, okay, there's still not a fucking gate. Must be around the next. Oh, a good little trap. I love that. That adds to the atmosphere. All right, complete assignment. Oh, that's my fucking crafting. Okay, maybe I should stop walking right down the middle of the fucking hallway. Of course, as soon as I do that, I'll probably hit one on the sides. Alright, here's what I'm talking about. Up until this point, it could be like, you know, search for clues or continue your search. When I get to here and come around this corner, although I'm going to aggro those guys as soon as I come around the corner, so I would move them away from the entrance and have it be like as soon as I get to here, or as soon as I can see the gate, like right here, have it update and be like, defeat the gatekeeper, because now I can actually see the gatekeeper. So it's not like telling me that there's a gatekeeper ahead of time. I'd much rather see that. I think that would add to it much more. Although this is a very interesting room. It has lots of ambiance. The like pool of blood and then like the shadows and the lighting effects and stuff. It's interesting. I like it. It's a fun little environment to quest in. But yeah, okay, now that they're dead, now I can give it a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like literally, you know, have it be like, continue your search, you know, and you're running through here, and then like the quest tracker is still going this way because the quest is still, you know, linked to whatever you have it linked to. But say like when I get like right here or something, have the quest update and be like, continue your search complete. Now defeat the gatekeeper. I'd be like, oh, so that must be the gate, and that's Grug, the gatekeeper. Cool. I don't know. It would add to the story, because that way I'd be kind of figuring out what's going on instead of just having it like a bullet and tell me. Like it's bad enough that we have like GPS, you know, to follow and figure out what's going on. And I like the level of detail that the authors put into this. I mean, he's named the NPC or the encounters, you know, with fitting names. And they seem customized, you know, like this guy's outfit is specially done. I like it. It adds to the quest. Fenris, you're such a weakling, I swear. Enter the portal. Okay, is this? I'm guessing this is supposed to be a portal. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this type of portal effect. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't look right. I'd like a little bit more, I don't know. Like, have, you know, this little pillar thing is fine. Although, like, you know, behind it, maybe have, like, a portal. I don't know. Just a little bit more would be cool. Alright, let's enter the portal. Faye. Oh. Hey, Faye, you're, like, you've been stripped of your clothing. What's going on here? I want to look at that transition real quick. Because Is that just a teleporter? Is that what that was? Yeah, I think it was. That's cool. I really got to play around with teleporters. But yeah, I don't know. I would just like a little more added, like maybe behind the actual doorway, socket in like a portal effect. It doesn't even have to be an active effect. You know, like not something you actually interact with. It could just be there just to add to the overall like epicness of this magical gate kind of thing. Alright, Faye. Talk to Faye. Unlock the gate of slumber. Alright, that's interesting. Faye appears tired and unaware of your existence. She staggers occasionally, seeking rest. Okay. Hey, Faye, you look like a nude chick. Search for a key. Ooh, am I gonna search Faye for a key? Wait, did she just get replaced with another NPC? Like they clipped in for a minute there. Although good transition. I like it when like NPCs are replaced. Like, 'cause she's not an objective, so her dialogue won't go away. So to make it so that she no longer has the same dialogue, you have to remove her and then replace her with another NPC. It's a good little transition. Gate of Slumber. Well, how did I find the key? I mean, I didn't do anything. Like, I mean, unless it's implying that I searched her, but I didn't get that feeling. I would much rather it have said, like, search Faye for the key. Because I thought I was going to have to look for it, like, in an object. Speak to Dalga in the Chamber of Mending. Okay. Give me a second, I gotta drink some more of this throat drying stuff. Oh man. It's kinda like trying to drink alcohol to quench your thirst. It doesn't really work. This is a neat little room. I like it. I'm not really sure like what the Chamber of Mending is supposed to be. I mean, and I just want to point this out. Those piles of wood, I'd move them down. They're just like floating in midair. Although I like how this one has this fireplace actually has a chimney. That's better. But, you know, I want to take a moment to say this and point it out just in case, for my own benefit. It could be that a lot of this, the lore for this quest is actually taken from pre-existing lore in Dungeons and Dragons, and since I don't know it, that's why I'm kind of like, well, I don't know what all this stuff is. If that's the case, then, you know, there's not really much you can do about it for me, specifically, if you don't want to add any new things. But if you do, like, if all of this lore is tied into pre-existing D&D lore, if you want to tie this quest in for people that don't know that lore, you know, it'd be nice to socket in some stuff like here's this book. You know, like I come and click on the book, and it kind of gives me a little bit of backstory. As long as it's not an objective, the player doesn't have to interact with it, but you can still put them there so that players like me, you know, who want a little bit more, can take the time, actually read it, and get a little bit more. Like, let's see if this actually does any of that. The book feels warm in your hands. You hear a whispering voice. Oh, it should be A. You should put an A here. You hear a whispering voice in your head. Save them. Turn to the page of Faye. Oh, turn to the page about Faye. Would be better. The page shimmers, echoing the cries of tortured souls, resting with dreams of sin among souls of many. The mortal witch will soon be free when the blood rings 3 of 3. Interesting. Turn to the page of Lynn. You feel a charge as his blood flows over the page, covering your hands. So, I don't know, I'm kind of getting lost here. Like, who's he? Like, you feel a charge as his blood flows over the page. Yeah, I don't get who he is. He speaks when he dreams, casting those asunder. Wait, what? Casting, is it supposed to be asunder? Casting those asunder. That would make much more sense. Seek the one who died torn asunder. Yeah, see, wait. Casting those asunder doesn't make sense to me. And then you've got asunder right here, so it's kind of like, I don't know. Turn to the page of Kara. Okay. This page is covered in webbing. In the path of no shadows, one is two when two are one. The path emerges to the silenced one. It's interesting. I mean, you know, these little like rhymes and stuff are neat, but at the same time, it's like it's not really giving me any information. Close book. Okay. Like, that's cool. I mean, that's, you know, I enjoyed it, but it didn't really inform me of what's going on. Alright, let's speak to Dog in the Chamber of Mending. Dog groans in pain. Oh yeah, dude, you look pretty torn up. Oh my god, Dog, what's up with your mustache? Oh, you bastard! How dare you speak of it! Oh my god, that lemonade's gonna kill me. I'm gonna have to stop and go get some water at some point. Stranger, please, I'm hurt badly. Do you have any wizard's remedy? No. What is wizard's remedy? It's a health potion made by wizards. Oh, okay. Straight and to the point. Can you look around? There must be some in this old keep somewhere. Search for wizard's remedy. Sure, I'll look around. Okay. Let's go find us some wizard's remedy. Pray. Moradin has blessed me this day. Look, I got 665 Russell Afro diamonds. Oh my god, what will I do with them? Seriously, they're being so fucking skimpy with the currencies. I'm getting kind of pissed off with all this. Alright, so I can't go through here, so I guess I must venture back to the actual keep through the teleporter. Alright. Yep, return through the portal. Okay, cool. Let's teleport already. Come on, go. Go away, stupid pop-out bullshit. Return through the portal complete. Alright, come on, Finders. Locate Dorskin's Keep prison. Speak to Dava in the Dorskin Keep prison. Okay. Yeah, see like how this progresses. This is reasonably well done. As I get to here, I've located the prison. Yes, because I can see it. And now I need to speak to the guy, which is over here. And as soon as I get to here, hopefully it'll update. Press B to talk to Duva. He's a ghost. Okay. Where is it? Someone took it again. They're always taking it. What are you looking for? My belt. It's missing again. Your belt's missing? Groans. They took it. I know they took it. Search for Duval's belt. Alright. So now it's gonna be like, oh, you gotta trade this thing for that thing, to trade for this thing, to trade for that thing to complete the quest. Okay. And that didn't open. Do any of these open? Or are they just like non-interactable interactables? Oh, that one opened. Alright, it's not in here. It was that last kill. Wait, what? I didn't read that quick enough. Let's go down here and check the quest. That's interesting. I thought that I set this up to do NPC dialogue. Give me 2 seconds. This is going to make my life much harder. There we go. NPC dialogue. Oh, and it's yellow. Damn it. Later I gotta change that color. That drives me up the wall. Holy crap, there's a lot of guys saying stuff. Your heart beats with fear. Where is it? Chew the fingers first. It was that last kill that got me. The jackal knows you're here. They never feed us. Your soul smells inviting. Where is it? Okay. Wow. That's intimidating. And here's a lockbox. Scroll of Unbinding. Ooh. This scroll contains the ritual of unbinding. Neat. Let's take it. See if it does anything. Ah, fucking out of line of sight. Crap. Drives me up the wall. Oh, okay, this one is interactable. So let's see. Chew the fingers first. It's so creepy. Alright. And what is this thing? Am I gonna regret opening the cage to it? I didn't open. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I had to interact with it twice. Alright, so it can't. I'm gonna laugh if it's not even in this room. If I have to go somewhere else. Dagger. Wait, what? I thought that name was already used. Was it? I'm not great with names, so they just go in one ear and out the other. Or in this sense, they get registered for a second or two in my mind and then they just disappear. Alright now. Great. So I didn't find it in this room, so where would it be? Develops papers for his belt. Proof of purchase. Okay. Scroll of unbinding. Alright. Well, I have a feeling this is going to take me a little longer than I expected. Let's go and see what happened. I don't see any interactables here. Alright, before I run off, let me go back and talk to Davu, or whatever his name is. Dava. Duva. Sounds very Cleon. Duva. Yep, no, I can't interact with him, and his chest isn't interactable. I wonder if I overlooked something somewhere. But, as you can see me playing this, I'll point out, here's a spot where you might want to revisit and add a little bit of direction or something. Can't talk to this guy, okay. I don't see a chest or anything interactable in here. There's no hidden... Oh, there we go. I was just going to say, there's no hidden door, but there is, right here. Holy crap. You see, I've yet to play around with these, so I don't even know how these work. It's really cool effect, though. I like it. But without any kind of little, like, extra direction, you could see that if someone wasn't as thorough as me, you totally could miss this. Alright, there we go. Henry's chest. Press B to open the lockbox. Alright, I'm opening it. And here's his belt. Belt of Duva. Duva's lost belt. Alright, let's take it. And maybe that's like a picture of him? I don't know. It's neat. And this is supposed to be like a bed? But why is it like stuck in the wall? Like, I just want to point this out. It needs to be like moved around and stuff. Like, I think that the skeleton was supposed to be sitting on top of this, but I don't know. Everything's like clipping through itself, and like the bed needs to be pulled out of the wall. The skeleton needs to be moved up. Let's interact with it and see what it says. You examine the bones of Henry. Several stab wounds indicate a rot may have occurred here. A riot. The corpse of a guard named Henry. Okay, leave the remains undisturbed. Yeah, see, I'd like a little bit more detail, like a little more story. Keep Guardian Henry. Okay. Like, okay, so this is a keep in the sense that, like, you know, it's like a defensible place for whatever reason, you know, like a local lord or something like that. But I'd like some sort of explanation of it being like cursed or corrupted or something, you know, explaining why there are like ghosts and undead here. It would just add to my enjoyment. And it doesn't have to be like, you know, a wall of text. Just little tidbits of story, you know? Press B to talk to Henry. It's a good little costume, I like it, his outfit. looks at you. I don't know. See, I don't. This is missing. I mean, for me, like I don't really like the way that this is set up. I would like to see like he looks at you. Visigoth with disdain. I don't know, this and this socketing in the nickname here looks at you, Visigoth with disdain. And is that how you spell disdain? I don't know, for some reason in my mind there sounds like there's a T there. But I could just be mispronouncing it. But yeah, no, I don't know, this is weird for me. I'd much rather see it say, he looks at you with disdain. Get rid of the Visigoth and add he. I'm guardian of the Dorskin prison. Yeah, and see, like, it wouldn't. It doesn't make sense for it to say I'm guardian. He should say I'm the guardian of Dorskin prison. What is it that? Oh, see, it's a prison. It's not a keep. Okay, see, you're interchanging some stuff here. Like, there's not a consistent atmosphere of like what this place is and what's going on. What is it you want with the belt? Davul seems agitated about his missing belt. Wonder why this is your problem. Wait, wonders why this is your problem. I mean, I guess you could say this is like a art style. You know, it is consistent in that sense, but it's, I don't know, I find it awkward. Like if I was reading a book or watching a play, it wouldn't just be like, wonders why this is your problem. It would be like, he wonders why this is your problem. Because I'm, you know, like the player, like I'm the one experiencing this. And this is kind of like, in my opinion, OOC is kind of like a, like an entity, you know, like the, like, I don't know, it sounds kind of weird to explain it this way, but like the OOC, in my opinion, is best used as like the DM is like a god or another entity being, and he is telling me what's going on. You know, he's like adding context to what's going on. So written this way, wonders why this is your problem. This is more like in my voice. You know, like if you implied that I was doing this, wondering what he's thinking, you know, that kind of thing, it would kind of work a little bit better. But since this is supposed to be from his voice, it's weird to put me in his shoes. Like I don't know, it's throwing off the perception of what's going on. Duval keeps trying to hang himself. Isn't he already dead? Of course he's dead. Duval's trapped, repeating his own suicide, unaware of his death. Yeah, that's good. This kind of makes me think of oh, what's that TV show? It's a BBC. Well, at least I think now it's been taken over by the US, but oh, what was it called? Fuck me, my mind just went blank. Oh well, it's not important. You try spending eternity listening to him hang himself repeatedly. It's endless torture. That's why I removed it from his possession. That's cute. I'm taking the belt to Duval. Give the belt to Henry. Fuck it. Let's give it to him. Fine, give him the belt. Be warned, there are others who will seek to destroy you for your kindness. Henry mumbles, moron. Yeah, I don't know, see, and this is weird. Now you've like put me back in like my perception, because it's like you're telling me that who's doing the mumbling, even though it should just kind of be implied that he's the one doing the mumbling. I don't know, it's weird. You might want to revisit your like your style here. Leave the belt. I don't see it as being kindness. I see it as the guy's kind of stuck with his fate. If he had a reason for being in a prison and he decided to hang himself, I think he should have to deal with his fate. Gleams at belt. Yeah, see, this is, I don't know, it's awkward. Is that my belt? Yes. Duval stares at you, waiting for his belt. Show him the belt. Okay. Dubois seems focused on his belt, unaware of you now. Place the belt in the boss locker. Okay. Move slowly to his locker. Okay. Interesting. Although, you know, I'd love to see like a little, you know, like him hanging himself or something. Okay, what's going on now? Prisoner. Okay. So other prisoners are attacking me? Is it because they don't want to have to listen to him commit suicide over and over again? Makes me wonder. But yeah, you see, I mean, I'm really having like zero trouble with this. This isn't difficult at all. I mean, I haven't yet to even use a single potion. Okay, enter the Hall of Sorrows. I mean, there's lots of neat names, but... Prisoner Hordek the Jackal. But I just feel like I'd like a little bit more explanation of what your story is that you're trying to go for here. You know, like the setting of this prison. Like I didn't get the feeling it was a prison until that guard said, "Hey, this is a prison and I'm a guard." Still hitting some of my skills out of the right, like rotation. Oh man, I much prefer the way this plays to the Guardian Fighter. Love it. Alright, so I'm still going to the Hall of Sorrows, which is down here. So this is what this is called. Okay. Hall of... Oh no, this is the Hall of Sorrows. Okay. I like the look, you know, little mushrooms and stuff, and the grass. It's kind of neat. And the roots. Like it's aged and overgrown. Sure. Okay. Tenderizer. Okay, the cannibals. Okay, so maybe that was like an oven for cooking humans. Oh, wrong skill rotation. Come on, get it together, man. Oh, fuck you. Got a potion off. Holy crap, it all ended up there. Search for Wizard's Remedy. Yeah, it's okay, so I'm returned back to what I was doing before. Grinder, Tenderizer. Okay, yes, these are like cannibals. Damn it, I keep getting the wrong fucking skill rotation. I'm using like my natural skill rotation for my Guardian Fighter. There we go. Much better. Get out of the red circles, you moron. Time for you to die. Make sure I get all my loot before I progress the story. That's interesting. So this is kind of like, oh yeah, see look, that needs to go up higher. It's just like floating in midair. Dr. Jones' locker. Or maybe this would be Davy Jones. D. Jones' locker, press B to search. Wizard's Remedy. Hey, look at that. Powerful healing potion. Okay, I found it. A little disconnected. I wasn't sure, like, what's going on. That skulls again. They're just kind of like not quite sitting on the table, floating a little above it. Return to Dog. In the Chamber of Mending. Heal Dog. Okay. Let's look at the altar. This altar appears to be used in rituals. You place the scroll on the altar. Okay. You read the words aloud, dripping blood from your finger onto scroll. Okay, what? This doesn't make sense. You read the words aloud, dripping blood from your finger. That works. Onto scroll. That doesn't work. It should be onto the scroll. Dripping blood from your finger onto the scroll. Let's see. Gina Hana Mu Gina Levis Tol Mu Han Ron Sil Was Standu. I have no idea how to pronounce that. You feel a ringing in your ears as a gust of wind passes through. Passes through what? Passes through me? I don't know, this needs to be revisited. A lot of this stuff needs to be revisited. Like, passes through needs to be fixed. Like, you feel a ringing in your ears as a gust of wind. That works. Like, that's logical. But this right here, you either need to add something or reword passes through to mean something else. I don't know. Like, it depends what you're trying to say here. Like, you could say, as a gust of wind passes you. That works. Or you could say, as a gust of wind blows. I mean, I don't know. But this way it's written, it doesn't make any sense in English. Walk away. Alright, let's look at those skulls. Yeah, see, those are flush. They're like actually sitting on the altar. I don't know, it just needs a little more polish. See, I'm kind of getting like mixed signals here. Like, this location is a prison, or is it that I was just in a prison in a keep? You know, like, it's a large complex and there's like multiple aspects to the complex. Like, it's not just the entire place is a prison, you know. It hasn't, I don't know, that's not really explained and given a good reason for that. And also, like, I'm getting kind of like the whole blood ritual thing. I'm kind of picking up on hints of like dark magic and cannibalism and stuff like that, but I'm not getting like a clear image of what the author is trying to imply with all of those things. But you know, that could be explained more as the quest progresses. So let's continue and see. But I just like to give you know, like, I like to say what's actually going on in my mind and like my experience as I'm going along. Because, you know, the author might find that I'm not getting the story that he wants me to get, like, early enough, or I'm getting it, you know, too early, or, you know, things like that. Okay, why is she dancing now? And now she's dressed and dancing. Okay. And she doesn't look like she's dead or anything. She just looks like... Wait, hi, honey. What? I don't understand her purpose. Alright, that's the same. Okay, let's heal him. Dagger awaits you in agony. Yeah, see, this one kind of works. Dagger awaits you in agony. Do you have the remedy? Yes. Here, drink some. Thank you. I'm feeling better now. What are you doing down here? I came looking for my brother Saren. Saren, like from Mass Effect? Okay. Give me a second, I'm gonna drink some lemonade. He made a potion from blood that spilled into the winding waters. He believes this keep will increase the potion's strength. Okay, this doesn't make any like cohesive sense. You're like giving me information without setting it in the proper, like, I don't know. It's a whole like, it's, you know, how do I say this? Like, to do a good story, you have to kind of structure it somewhat, and this doesn't really have much structure. it's just kind of like I don't know, it needs to be revisited a couple times, you know, and you need to make sure that like it's worded so that your story is coming across. Like this part right here. He made a potion from blood that spilled into the winding waters. That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's almost like this guy now stops talking to me like I'm a person. I came looking for my brother Saren, and now becomes just like a flighty, poetic bard. You know, like now all of a sudden he just starts saying a poem. He made a potion from blood that spilled into the winding waters. I mean, it's like this doesn't fit into a conversation. Like, what are the winding waters? And like, what's going on? He believes this keep will increase the potion's strength. Okay, what strength is the potion to even have? All I get is that it's a potion made from blood. But what purpose is the potion for? And what happens when you make a potion from blood? Like, what? I don't get it. This doesn't give me any information other than the fact that he's a guy. He came looking for his brother. Supposedly his brother made a potion of blood that he somehow spilled into the winding waters. That doesn't explain why he's here. Like, why would his brother be in this location with a potion of blood? I mean, like, there's just no explanation here. What does the potion do? Saren believes he will gain great power from it. I fear he's underestimated the power in the blood. Yeah, see, like, this is too vague. You need to come back and like really flush out the story that you're trying to give the player. Your own brother hurt you. Yeah, see, again, and this just jumps off to like, okay, now we're done talking about the potion, even though I don't understand what the potion is, other than the fact that it's just from blood, and somehow his brother thinks that making a potion from blood is going to make him powerful. It's like, now let's skip and talk about another topic. Your own brother hurt you? No, it was Saren. And his brother isn't Saren? I never made it to him. Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't Saren. I never made it to him. I'm not as strong as I once was. Those undead ambushed me. I barely managed to escape to this room. Okay, yeah, see, that works. Like, that totally, you know. I get that he's, you know, I was asking him, like, oh, wait, is your brother the one that hurt you? No, it wasn't my brother. It was the undead. And I wasn't able to fight them off because I'm old and feeble. Okay, that works. Can you search for Saren? I'm still a little weak for combat. Yeah, see, this isn't written properly either. It should say, I'm still a little too weak for combat. Yes, rest here. I'll get Saren. Okay. Clear a passage. Okay. I'm wondering if these are ever going to be opened. Kind of interesting. Alright. Thought something popped up. There we go. Trash bin. Press B to toss trash. That's interesting. That was weird. Was that like a... What the fuck was that? Okay, here's the healing potion. I still have that. And here's the belt to do all. I still have that. Although I shouldn't have the belt anymore. I put it in the chest. And I shouldn't have the potion anymore. The Wizard's Remedy. I gave it to the guy. So, I thought maybe interacting with that trash bin would remove one of those items, but it didn't. It just disappeared. I'm not sure what it did. It doesn't make any sense. Why did it disappear and what did it do? Alright, so let's clear a passage. I'm assuming that... Yeah, okay, so the passage is... Okay, so I gotta go back through here. Alright. You know what? I didn't even check to see how long this quest is. Kind of curious. 73 minutes. Oh my god, this is going to take me like 4 hours to make a video of it. Okay. I might have to do this in like 2 parts or something. Of course, they'll all be in the same video. I'll just stop recording, take a break, and come back and continue recording. Alright. Let's go and clear a passage. Oh yeah, I forget. I can actually sprint on this character. I don't have to be slow. Yeah, still start off my fight with the wrong skill. Alright, there we go. I don't know, I mean, this is like most people's quests, you know. The author has a good skeleton, you know, a good structure, or what am I trying to say? Like, there's the makings of a neat story here, but it just needs to be kind of like fleshed out some, so that it plays fun. I mean, like, what I'm doing is, you know, cool. You know, you kind of have me run around the, you know, interesting map, you know, kill stuff and collect stuff and read dialogue, which, I mean, you know, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. But I would enjoy it even more if the story was just kind of a little more fleshed out. And when I say that, I mean, like, if the author has a really clear image of what their story is, they should inform me a little bit more, you know. If they don't, if it's just very general, like, I mean, which is kind of understandable. Sometimes, you know, you don't really have a clear idea when you're making something. You just kind of think, well, hey, what would be fun? And then you just kind of keep adding to it. That's perfectly fine. But I would revisit it and keep revisiting it until, you know, you've really polished it so that it's a super fun experience. Let's say Selma? Bounty Hunter Selma. I see, now why am I finding a bounty hunter? I mean, it's a neat concept, but I don't understand how it ties in. I like this though, this is cool. There's lots of neat little fun mechanics, and like, I like the map layout. Get the bounty. Yes, I don't get it. Why am I now under a bounty? Why do I have a bounty on me? None of that was explained. There was nothing like that gave me an impression that I would have a bounty. So wait, okay, so he's undead. So the other ones, maybe those other ones were zombies. See, I didn't get the impression that they were undead either. They don't look undead, but it's like regular people. So I thought they were like actual bounty hunters. Maybe like after interacting with that undead skeleton that was a bounty hunter, maybe the author is trying to imply that because I gave the belt to that one ghost, that now there's a bounty on me. See, that's not very clear. Like, it's not clear at all, really. It's just me, you know, trying to use my my brain and my imagination of what it could be. See, I don't know, like, there's kind of this this side to it that if it's too vague, like, yeah, I might be able to guess what it is, but since I'm not sure, it kind of doesn't make me as, like, pleased. Because there's no way for me to test that. Like, it's not like it's a puzzle, so if I get it wrong, it doesn't, you know, the quest doesn't progress. And if I get it right, the quest does progress, because then I have an answer. It's like, okay, I know definitely those are bounty hunters and they're after me because of that ghost. But since it's just part of your story, I could just be interpreting your story completely wrong, which isn't as fun, you know? It's much more fun to realize what the author's story is and enjoy it. Okay, so I'm searching for Saren, which is the ghost's brother, or not the ghost, the guy's brother. Dabbling cultist. Okay. I don't know what dabbling are, so. But yeah, I mean, you can see with the combat, I'm not having any trouble with this. So. That's why I kind of wanted to play with my main, because I thought that I might have an easy time. Because with my experience so far, anybody that's been like, oh my god, this is too hard for my level 60, and then stacked mobs, it's impossible, and all that crap. I come in and play it, and I'm like, dude, this isn't hard. It's fucking easy. Alright. Stupid Finners. Come boy. He doesn't even really do anything, so I'm not even sure why I can bother bringing him with me. I just like being able to look around and be like, ah, my wolf companion. It's fun. Okay, so here's like a blood altar, and I don't know. I'm not getting like a consistent theme or like idea of what's really going on here. I mean, like, are they supposed to be like demon worshippers, or are they supposed to be like cannibals, or I don't know. I don't get it. Is it like blood ritual? And I mean, you know, it's true. You could be like, blame it on me and be like, oh, well, you don't get it. So that's not my fault that you don't get it. But in all honesty, we're the authors of the content. So if we want to make content that everyone can understand, we have to then take it upon ourselves to write it in a way or set it up in a way that we give all the players enough information that they can understand it. If you're just trying to make content that fits for a specific group, then that's fine too. I mean, you know, no one says that you have to make a quest that everybody understands, but then you as the author can't turn around and expect everyone to understand. It's like, you know, you have to pick your market. Well, that looks weird. Yeah, see, this is like stuck in the ground. I feel like it should be laying down and not stuck in the ground like that. That body bag. Ooh, there's two interactables. Okay, let's interact with the guy. The body looks aged and withered. Well, then it's probably not Saren. Wait, it is Saren. How is it aged and withered? That's weird. Here's someone drink some lemonade. Saren's body contains tear marks along the back. Along the back. What? I don't know. Either... I know I keep saying this, but like, seriously, when I read most people's dialogue, it seems like they don't speak English as their first language. Saren's body contains tear marks along... Saren, I don't know, see this, like... I'm looking at Saren. Saren's a person. Yes, he's dead, so this is the body, but it doesn't stop it from being Saren. So Saren's body contains tear marks. Like, I don't know, and you don't contain tear marks. Like, tear marks would be on the body, like on the outside. Rotted organs or like dried organs would be contained in the body because they'd be inside the body. Saying his body contains tear marks doesn't make any sense. And then saying along the back, it's like it's now he's no longer a person, and it's now just like an object, like an item. You know, like you could say like, oh, there's a painting, and along the back of the painting there are tear marks or there are scratches. That would work. But you're talking about a person, you know, even though he's a dead body, it should say like Saren's body is covered with tear marks along his back. Like, that makes much more sense. It appears something burst out, shredding him like a skin. Okay, and this doesn't make any sense either. Like, I get the, well, okay, let me point out specifically what doesn't make sense. It appears something burst out, shredding him. That works. Like a skin doesn't make any sense. Like, shredding him like a skin? What are you trying to say? I mean, like, you could either say shredding his skin, because it is, you know, like it did shred his skin, or you need to replace skin with something that's like, I forget what that's called, but basically it's like an example of something that would be shredded, you know, so you'd be like shredded like paper, you know, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, this isn't really well written. Search body. You find a key. Take the key. Okay. Press B to interact. Alright. As you touch the bottle, you feel a surge of energy flowing within you. I don't know, I mean, I guess you could say flowing within you. Although, like, if it's in you, then it's not really flowing. Like, if it's flowing, you would want to say flowing through you. And if you want to say within you, then get rid of flowing and be like, wells up. Like, as you touch the bottle, you feel a surge of energy welling up, or welling, now see, even that doesn't work. As you touch the bottle, you feel a surge of energy flowing through you. See? If you just replace within with through, that totally works. If you want to use within, you have to rewrite the rest of your sentence slightly to fit within you. Like, as you touch the bottle, you feel a surge of energy growing within you. Like that kind of thing. The bottle is half full. Okay, put it down. Is that supposed to be the blood potion that Saren was supposedly making? Or did make, or lost within the walls? See, I don't know, the story isn't, like, it isn't very well written. It's not really, like, explained, and it's not really consistent. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say consistent. It's literally just, like, there's not enough clear information to stitch all of it together. It's kind of like you're trying to make Frankenstein. You're trying to take a bunch of pieces and stitch them together to make something. I totally imagine, like, because I know this is how I am, you probably have, you know, the idea of your story, like, figured out in your head. Like, this is what I want to do. My only comment is that you just need to kind of revisit it from the perspective of me as the player. Like, look, I'm here. I don't know what you're thinking. So, all I know is what I'm experiencing in the game. Alright, unlock the crypt gate. Gate. Okay, it's unlocked. Let's go kill some more undead. Now, man, this class is so much more fun than Guardian Fighter. Great Weapon Fighter is my favorite class out of all of them. If you can't tell. Okay, so now I'm entering the crypt. Okay, cool. Just in case it actually needs explanation, anytime I don't comment on something, that means that there's nothing to comment on. You know, like all of the things that I'm doing, if I'm not making comments about how I would do it differently, then that means that I like it, I think it works. And of course, sometimes I will make it a point to point out something that I really like, because I think it's so cool that it's worth pointing out, like taking the time to point out. The rest of the time, I'm just kind of like, you know, it works, it's fun. It's nothing amazing, but it's not bad either. It's just good. Like, that's cool. I like how, like, that event happened. They were, like, laying on the ground, and then when I got closer, she just, like, rose up. I like that. It's really neat. I'm wondering if these other ones are going to do that. That chest is kind of floating above the ground a little bit. You want to move that down. Silence the gatekeeper. Yeah, see, again, I don't like this. I would much rather have it be like, I don't know, explanatory, you know, like, or objective based, like, enter the crypt. Now that you've opened the crypt door, enter in through the crypt. And then when I get to where I can actually see a gate and a gatekeeper, then update and be like, silence the gatekeeper. But telling me before I even get there, I don't like. Yeah, see, I like that. That's a really cool event. When they just, like, stand up. They've been laying down and then they get up. It's fun. It's a good change. You know, usually all the undead, like, appear by coming up out of the ground. So it's a fun break of the monotony that normally is fighting. Ooh, get some pretty good loot too. Or at least not good, but I got a good amount. Holy crap, is that the gatekeeper? He's pretty fucking big. Oh, cool. Yeah, see, I like that. I get so used to them just rising up out of the ground that kind of like, should I be cautious around that one laying on the ground? Is it going to rise up? like this room too. This is a neat little environment. Yeah, get the wrong fucking skill in there. Yeah, see, like as I actually get to like here, like the middle, I can actually see kind of what looks like maybe a gate off in the background, and I can see the gatekeeper. So I'm thinking that's the gatekeeper. This is when I would like it to tell me, oh, approach, you know, kill the gatekeeper. Sounds sneaky. Oh, it's a bone minion with armor on it. That's interesting. Get out of the red circles, you moron. Oh. Okay, see this fight I actually might have to take a potion. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, he's still got full health. Yeah, I gotta take a potion. Stacking these two together is kind of like a hard fight. It's like one of them heals and the other one like sucks you in to do DPS. Oh, come on. Fuck me. Oh great, and now my fucking unstoppable is bugged. I notice that happens sometimes with this class. Yeah, this fight isn't going to be very fun. I don't like those mechanics working together. Fuck me, why doesn't it work? I'm like trying to trigger it and it's just not fucking working. It's like full too. Maybe I have to let it run out completely before it'll actually let me trigger it. It's bullshit. It's like my whole build is built around using Unstoppable. Alright, so now it's refilled. Let's see what it does. Yeah, there we go, now it works. That's so stupid. Bug. Wait, but now it's gone? Oh, fuck me. Yeah, this fight is a bit unbalanced. I don't have any more of these? Fuck me, I must use the last one. Alright, so here's where I swap out Fenris for Eevee and see if that adds to it. And replace health potions with these stones because I get full health. Let's see how that fight goes this time. Fuck me, this is the only drawback to really complex maps. If you die and you respawn somewhere else, you're trying to find your way back. That's cool, at least the quest tracker's working. Come on, fuck me, stamina refill. Oh, drink some fucking lemonade. I'll have to remember that. Never drink lemonade when trying to record a video. That was such a terrible idea. Oh man, I miss being able to sprint around. It's freaking awesome. There's all these times where you're like this, you die and you were trying to just literally go back to where you were. Doing it on a class like the Guardian Fighter is so slow. Because even this is slow. Almost wish I could get on my mount. This is a really large map. I mean, this is very large. It's a lot of work from the author. Alright, let's kill these fucks. I thought I already killed them. They must not have an event or whatever, a trigger that makes them disappear. So they just automatically respawn after they've been killed. You know, after a certain amount of time. I don't know, I think in this situation that's terrible. you should only have trash mobs respawn. And yeah, sure, you can call these two guys trash mobs, but when you literally stick them right next to what's basically a boss fight or a mini boss fight, they're no longer trash mobs. Now they're part of the boss fight. So don't have them respawn. I mean, that's kind of a bit too much. Have all the guys in the hallways that are just like, you know, easy. Have them respawn. They're trash. Alright. So that time I got him without aggroing the other guy, so that's a little better. Kind of my fault. It's just without them not being consistently skinned with like the rest of the game, you're never really sure what guys, like what skills they have. If I had known that that dude was going to be a rate champion or whatever it is, you know, the ones that do the AoE heal, and I'd have known what he was, which is the one that sucks them in and does like damage, I would have been way more careful. But since it's a custom appearance, I have no idea what skills they have until I start fighting them. So that kind of makes it a little difficult. Now it's a much easier fight. Oh, I didn't get out of that fast enough. Combat advantage rocks. I always forget to get it, but when I do, it's fun. Got out of it that time. Fuck you. Although I really hate having to constantly fucking move to line up with my companion. That's kind of bullshit. Oh, excuse me. That's why most of the time I don't even give a shit about it. I just ignore it. I'm more concerned with where I am in relationship to the encounter. Like, I don't want to be jammed right up against the fucking railing where it forces my camera in and I can't see shit. Oh, I didn't get out of that. Fuck me. Although, I mean, you can see this time around, this fight is going much easier. Alright. I didn't even have to use any of my healing. So I think I'll swap this around. Those little things are expensive. But man, sometimes you absolutely need them as a solo player. Yeah, see, and that's another thing. By default, my build is totally designed for AoE multiple targets. And my playstyle just kind of lends to that, so I'll kind of run in and try to aggro everybody, and then just, you know, AoE them down. So if you've set it up like you're not supposed to do that, I kind of get my ass kicked. But that's my fault. Holy shit, like this. Look at all this fucking red rings. That's exactly why I made it a point to say something, because I figured I might start running into that with some of these fights. These two got some serious health points. Time for you to die. But sometimes I can't see the red rings. That's the thing I hate about all the fucking particle effects and shit. Sometimes they're too much. They're obnoxious. You know, it's like my particle effect is covering up his particle effect, like that right there. Like, because he's all like fiery and glowy, I can't really see on my screen the little small red circle that he's put around me. It's kind of annoying. I wish they'd tone back all the crazy particle effects. It's like that. I can't really. It's just hard enough to see that. I don't know, it's kind of like computer-generated, you know, stuff for movies. Sometimes they do a good job with it, other times they just use too much of it. It really takes away from the quality of the movie. Alright, werewolf, young blood. See, now why are there werewolves here? look at that. I don't know, so far I'd give this a 3. You know, it's good. Like, the story's interesting. It's kind of clear, you know. It's kind of unclear. It's kind of neutral, you know. But I'd say I like it. I think, you know, there's been enough work put into it that as long as I can complete it, I'd say this is a decent, you know, standard quest. But to give it more than like a 3, like to give it like 4 stars, I'd have to say the author needs to come back and explain a good bit of this stuff, like all the examples I'm giving. Literally, that's the whole point in my reviews. Like, that's my opinion, that those things need to be worked on to make it better. So like right now I'm fighting werewolves, and that doesn't seem, I don't understand how that fits into the story. Because from what the little tiny bit that I've gotten of story, doesn't explain, you know, like really what's going on. I kind of got a vague image that, you know, something to do with blood magic, something to do with cannibalism, you know, that's kind of it. But it's, you know, it's a neat map. It's kind of basic, you know, but basic can work. Oh, this guy's pretty freaking hard. I wasn't expecting such a long fight. He keeps fucking healing. Right now he's dead. Silence the gatekeeper complete. Oh, I didn't realize he was a gatekeeper. Wait, so then what's the big bone golem thing? I don't know. See, this, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Okay, now I'm back to zombies. I'm dead. Okay. I really should have gotten out of the way of those fuckers. I don't know. It's kind of like at this point in time, you can see some amazing user-generated content. So that's gonna raise the bar for everyone. You know, it's kind of like if you put out content that's absolutely amazing, then that means that that's what the new 5-star quality is. So since you're kind of somewhat competing with other authors, that means that your content has to be that much better. Like, I mean, you know, this map is basic. There's really not a lot of anything added to it. But it doesn't really take away from the experience. You know, there's enough fights that it kind of keeps it fresh. And every once in a while, you know, there are points of interest, like this type of thing. I would like to see a little more where these, like, I don't want to just see an archway and then this effect. Throw in, like, again, like I keep saying, like maybe a portal back here. You know, maybe a little bit of smoke or something. I don't know. Just make it a little more interesting. Oh wait, it's back to this, and Lynn's reset now. What? I thought I already clothed Lynn. Like, what? Lynn's frightened, descending into madness from the voices of tortured souls. Search for a key. Okay, wait, what? I really don't get what's going on in this story. Unlock the Gate of Silence. I thought I already did this. Okay, what? Now I'm coming from a different... Okay, so before I came from over there... Okay, here's Lynn. Oh no, wait, this is Faye, okay. But they're the same freaking setup. I think it's even the same character. That's why it's confusing. Okay, I really don't have a clue what's going on. Okay, here's Dalga. And now he's like different looking, but I can't quite place what it is that's different about him. Maybe he's younger? His eyes still wounded, and like his clothes are different. See, I'm not really sure what's going on. Did you find Saren? Yes. Did he drink the potion? Yes, I believe he did. Oh, see, is that what the author was trying to imply? The author was trying to imply that Saren drank the potion, and then the potion caused something inside Saren to like explode out. Dalga sighs. What are you not telling me? Dalga, Saren's dead. Dalga weeps. Saren's dead? See, I don't know, this I don't like this. Dalga weeps. I'd rather see he weeps. Yes, it seems something emerged from his body. I told him not to drink that blood. Did he listen? No. He kept going on and on about how he would become the next Elminster. And so I don't know who Elminster is. It's probably part of the D&D lore. Damn him! Damn him and his obsession with power. Visigoth, do me a favor and slay the beast that grew from my brother's corpse. Okay. Did it grow from his brother's corpse? Because I still saw his corpse. Wouldn't it be more like it grew within his brother's corpse? Like inside? Kind of like, you know, the aliens? Like the face suckers and then the alien pops out of the chest? Investigate Saren's death. Okay. I shall, Dalga, I shall. Like, really, what is going on with Faye and Lynn? And okay, wait, now why did Dalga disappear? I mean, what's that about? Shouldn't he stay here? I don't know. This isn't really like a coherent story. Alright, let's go back to I'm assuming I should go through this door because I've kind of like progressed. Hey, look, 335 rough astral diamonds. Man, I'm getting loaded. Yeah, see, what is up with this? I don't get what's going on. Investigate Saren's death. Alright. I thought I was not supposed to investigate his death, but I was supposed to go kill the thing that came out of him. Okay, kill some more ghosts. Pale... wait, what is it? Pale Riders. Okay, that works. One thing I've been noticing recently while playing Neverwinter on excuse me, on my Guardian Fighter and just now on my my Great Weapon Fighter, there must be lots of lag on the server side. So I notice my skills don't want to trigger off, and the animations kind of bug out, like they don't finish. Alright, so I'm supposed to go that way. I wonder what's down here. Let's open the map and see. Kind of like a room. Maybe I come back to this. Oh, it's another invisible wall. It's neat. That's a really cool effect. What's in here? Spiders. Ooh. Alright, once I kill these two, I should probably go back to the quest and make sure I don't screw anything up. See, I hate that. Getting my camera stuck on that wall. Yeah, with the linear aspect of the way quests work in the Foundry, it's really not my playstyle. I like to kind of just search and explore, but it can screw things up. So let's go back and progress the quest. Yes, I still don't get how I'm investigating Saren's death. I would have thought when I found Saren, that would have been when I would investigate his death. It's kind of like he was dead body laying by an altar, and on the altar was potions, and you know. Does it say blood bleed for him? Now, are they supposed to be like? Maybe now I'm kind of getting the feeling that like these guys are followers, or if not followers, they've been like imprisoned by the thing that popped out of Saren. Maybe that's the him they're referring to. Adventurer's backpack. Press B to open. Yeah, see, I like stuff like this. Pure blood of the beast. Okay. This blood contains blood from the beast. What beast? I don't know, the way I look at it is like you're kind of, as the author, I guess you kind of have to pick a style. So like, either when I pick up this potion, what's written on the item itself is like, it could be either done like it's a label, like I'm picking it up and I'm reading a label, and this bottle is labeled Pure Blood of the Beast. And then underneath that, or on the back of it, there's another label that says, this bottle contains blood from the beast. Or it's presented in a way that this is information that I'm not aware of, and the Dungeon Master is telling me. Well, if the Dungeon Master is telling me that this is pure blood of the beast, and that this bottle contains blood from the beast, the Dungeon Master should have already set up who the beast is, or what the beast is. You don't just like be like, and you enter a room, and in the room there's a painting of the man. You're like, wait, what? The man? Who the fuck is the man? I mean, you know, it just doesn't. It takes away from the story. It doesn't add to it. But again, if it is supposed to be labeled like the dead adventurer had a bottle and wrote on the bottle, oh, in this bottle I'm putting blood of the beast, then the description should read like pure blood of the beast, and then it should say in blue, there is a label on this bottle that says the bottle contains blood from the beast. Like, that's more immersive, you know. It actually adds to the story, and it's, you know, gives me the explanation of what's going on. All right, so now I just completed investigate Saren's death. You see a trail of blood. Oh, okay. It's like this kind of stuff works. You see a large pool of blood. Well, that's not a pool, it's a streak, but okay. And it shouldn't disappear. I mean, it should stay there. I didn't clean it up, did I? Follow the blood trail. Okay. That's cool. See, this I like. This is what I meant. Like, this is like a breadcrumb trail of clues. Playing a quest like that is fun. Because each time I come to a crumb, you can give me information. And since it's a trail, it leads me through the environment. So that works really well. Okay, here's another trail. You see a disfigured reflection in the blood. Wait, what? So, if I see a disfigured reflection, well, if I'm looking in the blood and I see a reflection, it's mine. Or this is supposed to be like magical blood, at which point I'm not seeing a reflection, I'm seeing like a portal, or like I'm seeing through a portal. So this kind of confuses me. Is the author implying that I am now disfigured? Or is the author implying that when I look into the blood, I see the image of a disfigured thing? Follow the blood trail, okay. So I gotta continue to follow the blood trail. Looks like a really large staircase. I'm surprised. Yeah, see, I want to explore, but I'm gonna screw up the quest, I feel like. Unless I continue. So let's just continue. Flame Lord, you Nukuk. Yeah, see, I don't get this, like, Yol Nukuk. Why are there now Flame Lords here? How does that tie into whatever the hell's going on? Just lots of inconsistencies. Like, if your reason for using these guys is just because you want their skills for combat, then just, like, reskin them and be like cultist who practices fire magic. I don't know, something. But just throwing them in and naming them like Flame Lord doesn't, and then not even explaining it anywhere else in the lore of your quest doesn't make any sense. It just makes it confusing. So, like, as I play longer and longer, this is a pretty long quest, the less that the story makes sense, the more frustrated I get, and the less fun I have with the quest. It's kind of like wearing me down. Alright, dude, seriously? What's with that lag? Fucking cryptic. Oh, look, now I can't fucking move. That sucks. My response time is really going down for some reason. It's like there's server side lag or something. There we go, killed him. Right. Okay, here's another crumb. The blood makes you dizzy. Okay. You feel a presence whispering to you. Okay, that works. Blood trail. Now see, this is kind of more like a pool. You feel a warm sensation under your skin. Something crawls within you. Okay, wait a second. I didn't drink any fucking blood, did I? So then how is this shit happening? Continue. I mean, like, nowhere did it tell me you drink blood, or you drink the blood potion. So what's up with this shit? Enter Shamir's Den. Okay. Wolf Mother. Alright, Wolf Cub. See, now why are there wolves here? This is so inconsistent. Alright, let's interact with this. Unable to perform. The bed looks slept in. Examine. You hear a whisper. Cleanse the bed with blood of the demon. Okay, wait a second. When did I get blood of the demon? Like, I thought I got blood of the beast. And why would beast blood or demon blood be cleansing? It wouldn't be cleansing. It would be corrupting. The bed contains traces of fur, vomit, and intestinal waste. Okay, that's that's creepy. Okay, wait a second. Leave. Okay, cleanse the bed. Let's cleanse the bed. You pour the blood you found in Adventurer's backpack onto the bed. You see, this is written poorly. Okay, see, like, again, this is inconsistent. Like, this is white, but then this is blue, so, like, see, this is an action I'm performing, but I'm not saying this, no one's saying this, this is an action, and at the same time, this is, like, setting up for background, like, what's going on. Okay, I mean, I guess it works, but you pour the blood you found in the adventurer's backpack onto the bed. Would be better. And if you didn't name the blood demon's blood, if you kept it the blood of the beast, you don't really need to tell me that it's the blood that I found in the adventurer's backpack. I mean, I could figure that out. Quickly, okay. Not sure what that did. Do I still have the blood of the beast? Yeah, see? Pure blood of the beast. This bottle contains blood from the beast. See? It doesn't say anything about demon. So then to have me come over here and interact with this and then tell me pour the demon's blood, like, that doesn't make any sense. Just inconsistencies. Unless you're trying to imply that the demon is called the beast. I don't know. Just... And why are there like trees and rocks and shit like this inside the crypt? I don't know. Okay, now there's this. I'm just really getting lost with what your story is being, like what you want your story to be. It just isn't making any sense to me. Again, going back to what I was saying at the beginning, it's just like Frankenstein. It's a bunch of pieces that are kind of like poorly stitched together. To give like an example, go back and work on your stitching, and once your stitching has been perfected, then you can look at your pieces and see if they all fit together very well. Okay. And what is this? What's going on here? Like, there's no sun, so those trees wouldn't grow. Alright, so the bed looks slept in. Okay, same thing. Alright, let's just leave. Yeah, I'm getting burnt out. This is just like so inconsistent. Blood. What did you say? Blood thrall reflection? Okay, what? That outfit looks weird. It's like the stone golem, and he's got like horns and armor and stuff. I just don't get what it's supposed to be. I mean, reflection, so I kind of get that this is tied back to when I looked in the blood and it told me I see a twisted reflection. But like how that adds to the story, I don't get. Like, that doesn't do anything for me. Okay, blood thrall mirror. Okay, so that one was called reflection. This one's called mirror. I just don't get what's going on. Like, the author's not doing. The author needs to go back and work on how his story is presented to the player. Destroy your demons. Okay, so these are my demons. Are you implying, like, how are these my demons? I mean, are you being, like, philosophical and saying, like, these are, like, my inner demons, you know, things that I struggle with, like my guilt or, you know, pride, things like that? Or are you saying they're, like, literally physical incarnations of, like, me taking blood potion and they pop out of me? I don't, it's not clear. Your story's so inconsistent that it isn't clear. Because, you know, with anyone with an imagination, there's like a bunch of ways you can interpret all this stuff that's going on. So you really have to make it clear, otherwise our imaginations are just going to kind of like run with it. Oh great, now I'm fucking lagging. And that's not really fun, because then you're not sure which idea that you're thinking is right. So then when things happen, you're just like, wait, what? Why is that? That doesn't fit into the other thing I was thinking. And it might work in the sense that, like, so once I spend 74 minutes playing this, I then at the very end can look back on everything that happened and understand what happened and stitch it together. Well, I mean, that works, but it's not really fun. I mean, that'd kind of be like watching a movie that you're not sure what's going on the entire time, and it's not till the end of the movie that the story gets it's not until the end of the movie that the story gets explained. It's like, well, that's not as much fun. It's much more fun to watch a movie where you're like, oh, bad guys are invading the planet. This guy is going to look for help. This guy finds help. They come back. Then they kill the bad guys. Oh, and the twist at the end is that the bad guy was his brother. Okay, so I mean, that's, you know, that's interesting. Like, think of like Thor. That's what I was just thinking of, like the movie Thor. You know, like they set up a pre-story of like Thor and his brother interacting together and not getting along, and then they develop that, you know, so that then Thor is like, or that Loki is like trying to get rid of his brother. You know, you don't just have a show or a movie and then it's like, oh yeah, this is Loki and this is Thor, but we're not going to explain that they're brothers, and we're not going to explain that they have, you know, like arguments and struggle. And then at the very end of the movie, you know, Loki is the one that's the bad guy. It's like you have to give more story. Acolyte. Okay, so is this the acolyte of the beast? And like, is the beast the thing that popped out of the guy's chest? And why are his acolytes undead? Like, does he kill his acolytes and then raise them? Or, like, does he have regular acolytes and when they die he raises them? So there's some dead and some undead. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense. What does that say? Meats and Eats Cookbook. Press B to interact. Okay. You get a warm feeling in your stomach. Okay. Gorval, the chef's home recipe. Okay. Roasted dwarf steaks. Oh, I wonder if this is, if the dialogue is set up so that, like, well, no, I guess, I don't think you can do that. I was gonna say, it'd be neat if, like, whatever race you are, if you read this, like, say I'm a dwarf, so it's talking about dwarven steaks, it's kind of funny. If you were, like, an elf, if it talked about, like, elf shish kebabs, that'd be kind of funny, but I don't think you can do that. I don't think there's a way to do that in the Foundry. Ingredients, 3 just directions. Season the dwarf with salt and pepper. Add to the skillet. Cook. Yes, this is cute. But this goes back to the whole, like, kind of like cannibalism thing. Close book. I don't know, this quest is a little too mysterious. Like, it's fun to have mystery, but this quest is, like, not explained at all. The Book of Dovak. Once a mortal man, Dovak lived in a small village near Smythes Bay. Born into a life of slavery, Dovak found peace as he began a life of serial murders. Okay. I had to drink some lemonade. Beginning with his master, Dovak killed more and more until his power emerged, consuming his morality. Okay, in the days that followed, Dovak would be challenged by rival deities. Is that supposed to be would be challenged by rival deities? And is Dovak a deity? I thought he was... Okay, so he killed more and more until his power emerged. I don't know, this is just written poorly. It should be like, Dovak killed more and more until his powers, plural powers, or even like possessive, like his powers, emerged, consuming his morality. And see, like, I don't know, this is just weird. I don't even remember who Dovak is. I know it was one of the guys I fought. Dovak emerged victorious, gaining many followers. Dovak emerged victorious, gaining many followers. The most dangerous and devout we know as the Pale Riders. Wait, see, it should be the most dangerous and devout, comma, are known as the Pale Riders. During the time of blood Dovak fell victim. Is this run on? It should be like during the time of blood, comma, Dovak fell victim to a mortal challenger who carried the avatar of a god in the form of a sword. Okay. Dovak was defeated and his blood spilled into the winding waters. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. So, like, literally, here's all the information that I needed, like, at the beginning of the quest, so that I understood what the fuck was going on and what I did. I mean, you know, it's good that it's finally here, but, like, I kind of wish that this had been, like, one of the first things that I found when I got here. Dovak was defeated and his blood spilled into the winding waters. The Pale Riders spent many years attempting to bring back their god of death. Turn page. Okay. It was later discovered that Dovak had impregnated many women with his essence, creating demons. Okay. These demons were often called the Pale Horse Demons due to witnesses claiming to have seen them riding on pale horses before they attack. See, now I'm getting more of the story. Now I'm kind of like stitching it together slowly. So, like, okay, so Saren didn't say that it was his blood that he used to make the potion. So, I'm not really sure if the author's trying to imply that Saren used his own blood to make the blood potion, drank it, and then brought this guy back, you know, this Dovak. Or if he's just trying to say that, like, Saren somehow got a hold of this guy's blood, made a blood potion, drank it, and then this, you know, like, I'm totally getting the feeling that this Dovak dude is the one that burst from Saren's chest. But it's a little, I don't know. I'm gonna continue reading and see if I get a clearer picture of what's going on. Dovak is known to have 3 avatars, one called Siphist, another called Tarantos, and a behemoth called Rindrak. Many acolytes still claim Dovak will return. That day is yet revealed. Okay. Okay, see, so now I'm getting this is what I meant by, like, I need more of the story that the author's trying to use. Now I'm kind of getting a little bit of a clearer image of what's going on. Although I really, really think that, like, I mean, you can see where I am. I mean, I've pretty much played through maybe a little more than half, I'm assuming. I might be wrong. But I think I'm probably near the end. And it's only till now, literally, I find this book that I'm kind of able to start stitching together clearly what's going on with the story. But even now, even after reading that, I'm still not 100% sure of what's going on. I don't think that's a very good setup. I think that needs to be revisited. As a Dovak historian, okay. Like, I mean, this is kind of what I figured from the beginning. You know, this quest is kind of for people that already know about the lore, which is cool. But again, if you want people that don't know about the lore to enjoy it as much as people that do, just, you know, sock it in ways like that book, you know, things that you don't have to do to complete the quest, but they're there in case people want to. You know, get the story and the lore ahead of time, not after they've been playing for, you know, 40 minutes. Like, I'm kind of at the point now where I've got, like, a headache and I'm kind of irritated, where that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have been getting frustrated with what was going on. So, I mean, I'm still thinking this is going to get a 3-star. Ah, the gatekeeper. Okay. Dovak historian. Like, see, the historian thing, that fits, you know, because this is kind of, you could almost imply that this is a library. Although there's only like 2 shelves of books, which does not a library make. So more names like that, you know, like context names that like explain what's going on, those are good. Oh, this is gonna be a reasonably long fight. Oh, yeah, right now I got a splitting headache because of this. It's like you gotta remember, as a player, I'm kind of like having to deal with the combat, and sometimes that can be a little annoying. You know, like right now I'm not having fun with this fight, but that's not really like the author's fault, you know, because you can't like set up every freaking fight for everybody. Some people will like some fights, and other people will like other fights. But since that's something you don't really have control over, adding stress from like the story and things that you do have control over, it's just not good. Already. Okay, cool. But I mean, you can see, like, other than just like plain mechanics that I personally don't find fun, overall the combat for this is, I haven't had any trouble with it except for that one time I died, and that was just because I didn't understand that you know, the mechanics that those two guys had, so I pulled both of them at the same time. It's kind of like anyone that wants to complain and tell you that your combat is stupid and it's too hard. You should just tell them that they suck at playing and direct them to the video of me kicking its ass. Of course, they won't care. They'll still stick to the opinion that it sucks because, you know, they don't like what you're doing. Her eyes darkened and bloody. Scorching your soul, Kara stares at you with lust of the wicked. Okay, see, so I'm bad with names, so it kind of takes away from my ability to like judge this very well. I'm kind of getting the feeling that like maybe these are the avatars or whatever, the three aspects of the demon guy, the Dovok. But like, it's kind of weird that they're like nude chicks and they all look exactly the same. And the way that this is written is a little clunky. Her eyes darkened and bloody, comma, scorching your soul, period. Let's see, like, with the way that you set up your dialogue, shouldn't this be in blue? I mean, this is more like descriptive. And things like, you know, her eyes darkened and bloody, comma, scorching your soul, period. It's not very descriptive. Like, it should be like, her eyes are darkened and bloody. They scorch your soul. I don't know, scorching your soul just doesn't make sense. Like, I get that you're trying to imply that like her gaze is like burning, or like giving me like a burning sensation or something. I don't know, it's just awkwardly put. And what's lust of the wicked? I don't know. Let me thank you later tonight. Okay. So now Lynn's got clothes and she's been added to the. And whoa, she looks like completely different. Okay. What? What the fuck is going on? Hi, honey. Let me thank you later tonight. What the fuck is going on? Alright, now there's something else to interact with. And now the trash bin is back. So. Did it disappear again? Yeah, it does. Did it take an item this time? I don't get what the fuck's going on with this. The book is covered in necrotic flesh. Place the dagger in the vacant slot. You do not have... Okay. What? Okay, wait, I gotta change fucking... I can't get the right angle on that. Alright, there we go. Okay. Book. Okay. Huh. I'm lost. Alright, so is this a new book? The Book of Sisters. Holy crap. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break right here, go smoke a cigarette, chill out, get some water, stop drinking this fucking lemonade, and try and get in a better mood, and then return to this and continue it. Because right now, the way that the quest is set up, and I don't want people blaming me being like, oh, you're in a bad mood, so you didn't rate my quest properly. It's like, no, politely, I'd like to tell you that I'm in a bad mood and I have a headache because of your quest. But, I mean, you know, there's lots of redeeming qualities to this quest. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to come off as I'm just complaining the entire time. There's lots of really neat little things that are fun. You know, like, this room looks good, you know, except for, like, a few things like that. You know, and, like, nitpicky things. Like, I mean, it's even that, it's close enough to the wall that works. You know, but, like, the inconsistency of, like, I don't understand if there's a reason that these two don't look the same as they did when I first approached them, or if the reason that they don't look the same is supposed to be part of the story. See, like, that doesn't, it's not explained. So it makes me wonder if it's supposed to be that way, or if it's the shortcomings of the author not thinking about it. And I mean, that's kind of the drawback to, like, the Foundry content, is that because so many people do make mistakes, or they don't polish things, whenever something like this happens, you're questioning to yourself, you're thinking, is it supposed to be that way, or is it a shortcoming? You know, like, did the author not do a good job with it? Well, so you kind of have to explain it when you do something like this. Otherwise, people are going to just assume that you made a mistake. But I mean, I don't know. The activities I've been doing are kind of fun. The only thing it's just missing is just story. Or not even that it's missing story. It's like, it has the story. It's just the way and the time that the story is presented to the player needs to be worked on. You know, like, you don't give all your backstory and explanation at the end. You want to front load it. You know, you want to kind of set people up for what to expect, and then you want to have them discover it, and then you want to give them more information, and then have them discover that. You know, like, you have to progress. The quest is an experience, so you don't look at the experience. You can't, like, be like, okay, well, after 74 minutes, how was your experience? You have to go through the entire process. You know, at each stage, how is your experience? Because that's what, makes, it's kind of like the parts comprise the whole. You don't take a motor and say, well, how does the motor work? You know, you actually look at how each part works inside the motor to make the entire thing work. That's kind of how the quest should be. Alright, time for a break. Alright, nice cigarette, got some tea, a little better mood, change my sitting arrangement. I'm ready to tackle the rest of this mission. I just wanted to point out a few things I was just thinking about, like, as I was taking a break. Like, things like their dialogue, their chat text, like, hi, honey, and let me thank you later tonight. That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just confusing. Like, why are they dancing? Like, it doesn't add anything to your story. It's just another thing that's, like, nonsensical. Like, it doesn't explain to me what's going on with them or anything like that. And it doesn't give me, like, it's not setting a mood. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to be rude, but I just don't get what they're doing, or, like, what purpose they serve. And shit, I already forgot. There was something I was thinking I wanted to say to the author. Oh well. Let's just go through the quest and see what's going on. Talk to Dark. Okay. Dalga. Visigoth, I found my brother's body. He didn't deserve this. He was obsessed with power, sure, but who isn't? Well, I'm not obsessed with power. Is that blood on your hands? Yeah, I found a trail of blood that led me to a creature named Shagmir. Creature? What kind? Half-breed wolf and man with magical powers. Okay, so that sounds like a I don't know, it makes me sound like I'm mentally retarded. Half-breed wolf and man, or caveman. It makes me sound like a caveman. Half-breed wolf and man. It's like, there's too many words here. He's either a half-breed, which you would say a half-breed, comma, wolf of wolf and man, with magical powers. Or you could just say a werewolf, or a lycanthrope. I mean, worded like this, half-breed, wolf and man, with magical powers. Ugh. You know, it just doesn't work. We're too late then. Too late for what? The potion. The potion Saren made contained the blood of deity known as the God of Death. Wait. The potion Saren made contained the blood a deity known... Yeah, it should be of a... I'm missing an of. The potion Saren made contained the blood of a deity known as the God of Death. He went by many names. Baal, Circle, Liberus, or Lunibus, but our village knew him as the pale demon Dovak. Dovakuk. I don't know how to pronounce that. Dovak often had children to increase his power and ensure his resurrection. This creature you describe should be described, like past tense, because I'm not doing it now. I did do it. This creature you described sounds like one of his children. Dovak must have mated with one of the wolves, leaving the trail of blood from its birth. Okay, wait. This is just awkward. Dovak must have mated with one of the wolves, leaving the trail of blood from its birth. Yeah, see this part here. Leaving the trail of blood from its birth just doesn't work. It could be like, Dovak must have mated with one of the wolves, period. And then rethink how this part is done. The trail of blood was probably from its birth. Or, now see, that sounds awkward. I don't know, this is weird. Let's just go on. When Saren drank that potion, Dovak's blood entered Saren's body, allowing... See, like, I don't know, the way this is written, it's kind of like sometimes you make it seem like the NPC that's talking knows exactly what happened, like he was there, like this, the way this is written. So, this is almost more like the Dungeon Master is telling me what happened, and less like he is explaining to me what he thinks happened. So, when Saren drank that potion, Dovak's blood entered Saren's body, allowing for Dovak to consume Saren. See, like, it doesn't work. It's totally poorly written. When Saren drank that potion, Dovak's blood entered Saren's body, allowing for Dovak to consume Saren. Yeah, like, this should be, like, rewritten so that he's saying it, or it should be put in, like, parentheses and, like, out of character, you know, so that, like, the Dungeon Master is telling me this. And it should be, I don't know, this is just, this really needs to be, like, restructured in the way that you, like, you really need to come up with a, like a structure, like, you know, your own way of writing all of your dialogue. You know, like, when you have the Dungeon Master telling you something, like when the author is telling me something, when an item is telling me something, you know, when I'm reading something for myself, when someone is speaking in words, you know, like their actual dialogue, they're talking to me, and when I'm talking to them. Like, there needs to be a consistent structure for all of that, so that when I, the player, am playing it, I can consistently follow what you're trying to say to me. Please, Visigoth, you must kill Dovak for me. Saren wasn't the brightest, but he doesn't deserve being known as the one who brought back the God of Death. Okay, so I'll go do that. I will deal with Dovak. Search for a spell to unlock Dovok's lair. Alright. Is it in here? Or do I have to go back? Oh, I have to go back. So I look at my quest tracker and say I have to go back there. Okay. So I think it's this door? Shit, I'm not even sure. Wait, it's probably the one with the dancing chick, because there's 3 of them. Okay, so it's probably this door. Yeah, and see, like, look at this. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the exact same NPC that I've seen all 3 times. But when I come back, and you've moved them, and you move them into here, look at them. Those 2 don't look anything like that other girl, so why are they changing? And what? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not explained. Alright, so, yeah, okay, cool. So they didn't move that closer to where I was supposed to be. So now I'm looking for a spell. Let's see how the author did this part. Oh, okay, so it's probably... No, that's the cookbook. It's up here? Okay, yeah, so, okay, here we go. Wizard's Spell Book. Press B to interact. This book has various spells and notes by the wizard who owned it. See, like this. This is from the Dungeon Master telling me what the book is. So that works. And then white. You search through the book looking for a spell to remove the enchantment from the door to Dovok's lair and find nothing. You discover a page is missing. This is telling me what's going on. So this is actions. But it's in white. Just like other text and other, you know. I would rather see this in blue. I don't know. You really got to come up with a structure that's consistent. Find the missing page to open the door to Dovok's lair. Okay. So that's my objective. That's why it's in yellow. That I get. That works. It's more of the interchangeableness of white text and blue text, and then what the context is that's being said in that white and blue text that needs to be revisited. Close book. Okay, so hopefully I found the spell. Did I find the spell, or is it just a trigger? Alright, let's see. Oh no, there's a ghost. Malo? I don't know the lore of whatever it is your quest is about, so I don't know. I know it's here somewhere, so I don't know who he is or what he's supposed to be doing. And you haven't told me in the quest, so he's just some ghost to me. It's saying something about, I know it's here somewhere. I don't know what he's looking for. Alright, find the missing spell and enter Dovok's lair. Okay, so this is the door. I think I found the spell. Let's see if it progresses. Wall of Injustice. No, I need the spell. Alright. So, what the fuck is wrong? Because this is where it's telling me to go. So, fuck me. Something happened. Alright, I can't talk to him. I can't kill him. Oh, okay, he goes through an invisible wall. Mario the Wizard, press B. Oh, wait. Is that what his name is? Mario. Okay, oh, so he's the wizard. So maybe that book was his. Mario the Wizard, press B to examine. See, like, stuff like this I like. I mean, that was good. That was well done. It took me a minute to realize what was going on, because at this point I'm kind of confused by the author's style and the way that he's done things. So it's like some things need to be fixed because they're not done properly. And because those things are there, they make me feel like a lot of things are probably done improperly, which makes me question when something is done properly. Like that transition where I interacted with the book, then the ghost appeared, and then I kind of followed the ghost through an invisible wall. That was a really good event. That was a really fun way to like use the tools from the Foundry. Oh, see, and it's a missing page. So this was in the book. Although, you know what I would like to have seen is that I would like to have seen the book mention the fact that there was like a torn or missing page. Because then that would have given me the understanding that I still need to look more. But as it's written, this book has various spells and notes by the wizard who owned it. You search through the book looking for a spell to remove the enchantment from the door to Dovok's lair and find nothing. You discover a page is oh, see, I missed this. This was my fault. I was kind of getting thrown off by the way that it's like structured and stuff. Okay, yeah, see, this is good. It's just the context, like the blue, the white, the yellow. It really needs to be like revisited and consistently used in all of your dialogue. All right. Yeah, so this is a fun little event. I really like the little hidden doors and shit, like the invisible walls. It's a really cool effect. Alright. And this is a good little room, you know, like his little books and stuff. Although it's kind of weird that those shelves are just like floating in the air. Like, I mean, I don't know, is it supposed to be like that, or is that a mistake? Are you trying to like imply that they're magical or something? I don't know. I would rather see like those connected to the wall, or add in a board or something, make it look better. Alright, so let's pick up the missing page. This page contains a spell that opens the door to Dovok's lair. Alright, so let's take it. Now, do I need to go back to the book, or can I just take the page and go to the door? Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. So it opens the door. Cool. Oh, this is a neat little lair. Although, why are there two, like, dwarven doors on either side? That doesn't make any sense. Liana. Okay. So let's talk to Liana. Although, I mean, this is a very bright and happy lair for the god of death. I mean, the skull works, but, like, the vines and stuff, that's a little... And, like, the lighting in here, and there's, like, no sound. I don't know, I would expect this to be darker. But I do like it. It looks cool. Hello, Visigoth. How can I help you? How does she know my name? How do I know hers? I need some help finding Dovok. Okay.
Always moving forward.
What the hell? Finn? Grim? Gim? Lex? What? What just happened? Hoss? What's going on? Gorn? I have no clue what the hell just happened. I understand that I talked to a ghost and then these guys appeared, but what the fuck are they? Who are they? What purpose do they serve in this quest? Okay. So now I'm looking for Dovok. Defeat Seraphist. Okay. Who's Seraphist? Again, I'm pretty sure this all goes back to, like, this is probably tied into pre-existing lore from Dungeons and Dragons. And you could, not imply, but you could take the stance that, oh, well, you're playing Neverwinter, which is a Dungeons and Dragons game, so you should know the lore. But expecting someone to know the lore is kind of, like, a bit much. Not everyone's going to know the lore. Just because they're playing this game doesn't mean they've played or read all the novels and books from the other games. So if you just want this to be a quest for only D&D fans, like, you know, that know this stuff, put that in your quest description. Be like, this is a quest designed for D&D fans that know the history of blah blah blah. Otherwise, inform me, the player, of the lore that I don't know from the other games, so that I have more fun with this. Alright, so yeah, actually, I can't read their things fast enough. Dovalist? I don't know. And this is Dovaku Thanatos. Okay, so I guess he's the god? I get a kick out of that he's supposed to be like the god of death, and he's kind of like a wolf. It totally makes me think of like Anubis. Like the Egyptian god of the underworld. I get a kick out of that. Ramja. Fail. I can't read that. Fail House. Denison? Is that what this is? Yeah, see, it's my monitor. Like right now, since I'm recording video, I'm not playing on my TV, I'm playing on my monitor. And with them moving around and the particle effects and stuff, it's just hard enough that I can't quite make out all the letters. So that's one thing I'd really like to point out, is that for any author, the names of your encounters are fun and they can add to the setting of your story, but having their names explain your story is a bad idea, in my opinion, because like you might not be able to perfectly read it, and at which point that means you didn't get the lore. Like, I mean, I'm concentrating on trying to kill them. Trying to stop killing them and read their names is... Pale... Yeah, see, I have to get up so I can read it, which is kind of... Pale horse... Wait, fuck. Pale horse... And I can't read what the last word is. It just doesn't... I don't know, it's frustrating. And you can't read their names after they're dead, because they're just corpses. Holy crap. I thought the other guy was Dover Curb Burrito Roach. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on. It's like when you have complex, you know, names like the names that you're throwing at me, Gortak and Breed Roach or whatever like that. Remembering those names is just, it's not something I'm great at. And so if you have like a whole bunch of text where it's like, oh, let me just rattle off like 50 names, and then you have to remember those names on the NPCs to understand what's going on, it's just, I don't know. It's much easier to remember if you give like context. You know, like if you're telling a story about like Saren, you know, like it's the brother, that's easier to remember. Just reading off names like, oh, and minions, Brood Roach, Gorvaran, Zaldbark, you know, stuff like that. It's kind of hard to remember. And then it's hard to like make sense of what's going on. Like, why are all these guys here? Why are they coming? I'm assuming they're coming through this portal. But why? Why are they all coming through that portal? I don't get it. Did I like somehow trigger something? I mean, if this is his lair, what is that portal to? And why is his group name called Dovaru? Or Dovak? I can't even read that. Okay, so now I guess I closed the portal to wherever. I mean, you know, doors closed, there's no longer a portal, so I'm assuming I closed that portal, but where was that portal to? And what did any of this have to do with the thing bursting out of Saren's body? I would have thought there would have been, like, a creature that I had to fight, and that creature was what came out of Saren's body. Inform Dog, you killed Dovaku. Okay, which one was Dovaku? There was like 3 of them named Dovaku as their group. Holy crap, this has changed a lot. I don't remember there being spiderwebs before. That looks weird. Those 2 effects don't blend well together. Like, see how the stone wall is basically over top of the spider webs? Wait. That's so weird. Were the spider webs here before? I didn't notice them at all. I mean, like, did the lighting change or something? I don't know, that's weird. Maybe I was just preoccupied with something else. But yeah, the spider web doesn't really go well with that invisible wall effect. I don't know if you can see this, but like it's a weird visual thing. I don't know. Is that Dovakul's dead avatar over there? That's what emerged from my brother? I don't know, man. I'm lost. Yes, I killed Dovaku. I figured that it would be some disfigured creature, but Dovaku himself? Well, I guess the rumors must be true. Rumors? It's nothing. A few acolytes of the god of death found a passage that has them all aroused about his return. Okay. Slain he was by a mortal man, again as three by Visigoth's blade. Okay, what? When the blood of innocence runs in the darkest light, the souls will flow as his rebirth unfolds. Okay, keep listening. Thank you, Visigoth. Without you, our family's name would be tarnished. Here, take this. Points at treasure chest. Yeah, see, like, I don't know, man. I wanted to see it say, like, parentheses. He points to a treasure chest in parentheses. It's the least I can do for all your help. Seeing this again, like, these two aren't interchangeable, so, like, I don't know, I imagine somebody actually doing this. Like, this is how I approach games. I envision it in my imagination, in my mind's eye. I wouldn't expect to see someone, like, imagine if I came up to you and we were interacting, and I pointed to a chest and said, it's the least I can do for all your help. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I point to a chest and say that? I wouldn't. I would, like, if I was talking about the chest, I would point to it. So if I was like, hey, please, search that chest, and then I would be like, he points to the chest. It's the, it contains a reward. It's the least I can do for all your help. See, like, that is more context. It makes sense, This, like, third party, royal, all this stuff, you're, like, interchanging all these different dynamic, like, interactions. It just doesn't work. It doesn't flow very well. Points at treasure chest. It's the least I can do for all your help. Like, I don't know, it's not a functioning interaction. I'm going to head home now. I'm sure my grandson is pacing around wondering if he's getting his hands on my money yet. Okay. So is that supposed to be, what the fuck's his name? The nobleman's son? Because I thought this was supposed to be the nobleman's father. So it wouldn't be his grandson, it would be his son. Unless you're talking about Burkhard's son, because this is supposed to be Burkhard's father from your story. So it's like, if he's supposed to be talking about Burkhard, then it shouldn't say his grandson, it should say his son. Unless now you're introducing another, like, non-existent character as Burkhard's son, which is, like, I don't know, like, what does it add to the story? I don't know. It's confusing. I'm going to head home now. It'll be okay. Don't want him to get too excited. Doggo laughs. Okay. You're welcome, Doggo. Oh, me. That was a very complex and confusing quest. Never get anything worthwhile. Alright, let's just write a real quick review so I don't accidentally turn it off. Ugh, I can't believe I did that on a fucking quest. Yeah, see, I feel like this gets a 3-star, because it was fun, and, like, it has the makings of a good story, and what's there is somewhat good. But if you want to get, like, a 4-star or even a 5-star, it really needs to be, like, revisited, and you need to work on your story progression. It's not that you need to work on your story. Like, you've got your, it seems like you've got your story. It's more like you need to work on how you present that story to the player. That's where it's missing, in my opinion. Like, you need to give background information when it's needed. Like, not at the end, or not, towards the end. You need to give that in the beginning so that people understand their motivation. Like, think of it like, oh shit, let me just write this real quick. Alright, so, like, well, I guess I should leave and I can just do my wrap up when I get back to Let's see how your exit works. Press B to go to next map. Okay, see, like rewrite go to next map. Like it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't add to it. Have this be like press B to return to Protector's Enclave. Okay, so that is what it was. Alright. Well, like, just to kind of wrap this up, you really need to, like, practice and come up with with your style, like your own style, like and be consistent. Like, come up with it. See, that's the whole trick. That's the hard part, is coming up with your style that you like, and having your style be something that can be consistently applied to all dialogue. You know, like say you come up with one way of doing something, but it only works for specific type of interaction. Well, if you then try to use it for another type of interaction that it doesn't work for, it then becomes inconsistent. So you either have to come up with your style and then avoid any interactions that don't fit your style, or you have to come up with a style that will work for any interaction. So like I really think that once you come up with your style, or once you perfect your style, and then you apply that to your story, and then you play it from, it's like if you can't play it from the perspective of the player, well, then that kind of sucks for you. But that's when you would want to ask other players to play it and tell you what they think, which is what I'm doing. Because the whole, like, I don't know, I'd say the difficult part, or the part that takes, you know, a lot of effort when making content, is making the experience fun. So for a quest like yours, I would definitely say it's pretty lore heavy. Like, it's pretty story heavy. It's not just like oh hey, your objective is this guy needs you to, or you know, this guy wants help clearing wolves off of his property. So like he has a farm, he's a farmerman, that's the backstory, and wolves are attacking his livestock, that's more the backstory, and now he needs help because he can't do it himself, because like say, you know, he got wounded, a wolf bit him, so now he's up in bed. So the story that you set up is that you're going in to kill wolves on this guy's property. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty basic. You don't really need to add lots of story and dialogue to it. You know, you could just add small bits of dialogue to like make your image of, you know, like the setting even more clear and more elaborate and fun, but at that point it's really simplistic. Well, your quest specifically is not very clear. It's not a very simple story. It's a very complex story. There's lots of aspects to it, and apparently it seems to me at least like there's lore from other games or other like stories, you know, like from other parts of Dungeons and Dragons. Like, it seems like the lore that you used for your quest has probably been a few years old, and it's probably been added to over the years. So you took a very complex story to make content for, which is cool. But say someone like me that doesn't know all of that backstory goes to play your quest, well, unless you give me crucial, and it's not like you have to give me all of the backstory, like you don't need to tell me the history of what's going on, you just need to give me the important parts of it, you know, like what's going on with the potion, like, you know, where did he get the blood to make the potion? You know, so I get his motivation is really basic. He wants the potion to be stronger. That's fine. That, you know, it doesn't have to be a complex motivation. But then throwing at me like that apparently the blood in the potion is somehow linked to this death god. That, you know, it's there's big gaps, you know, in like my gameplay. You know, it's like there's a huge gap here. I don't understand what's going on. And then I get a little bit of information, but it's not clear enough that I can socket it into the information I already have. And then there's more big gaps where I don't understand what's going on. And then there's a huge chunk of information that I have to kind of like read, understand, comprehend, and then tie that into the story that I've been playing. Well, at that point, you know, that's kind of like too much for that little short time. If you kind of broke that up and gave a little better explanation at the beginning, like, I don't know, maybe in your quest description, like The quest description is very basic, so I thought the quest was going to be very basic. The quest is not very basic. Jack Burkhardt, a noble, is missing. Jack Burkhardt, a noble, is seeking your help, locating his father, Dalga. He believes he may have gone off on yet another fairy tale adventure. Enter Dorskin Keep in search of Dalga. See, this is a very basic intro. I thought, okay, well, I mean, like, it sets me up to go look for Dalga, which is his father. So that's how you tie it in. But once I get there, then I'm just like met with like really complex things that I'm doing without knowing why I'm doing them. Like, I don't know what my motivation is, and the only motivation that I get for Dalga is that he's looking for his brother. But what's Dalga's motivation? Or not Dalga, what's Dalga's brother's motivation? Saren. And then what's all of the like acolytes? What are all their motivations? Like, you know, that's stuff that I don't really get. I just get like tiny little hints at it that it literally takes me to complete the entire quest, which is 73 minutes, which is kind of a long time when dedicating it to playing game content. So giving it to me in the last like 15 or 10 minutes, you know, giving me the information that kind of helps me tie together what I've been doing for the full like 60 minutes is too much of a stress. It's too much of a hassle. Like, it doesn't make it fun. You need to spread out your actual story, your lore, better. Like, it needs to be more consistently spread out through the entire event. Like, I'm perfectly fine with playing a quest that's 73 minutes. I mean, it is kind of a long quest, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, you know. It's more that make sure that my 73 minutes is evenly dispersed with what I'm doing, you know, so that it's enjoyable. Alright, well, I mean, I tried to be as constructive as I could, and I tried not to be insulting, so hopefully this helps the author, and hopefully the author, you know, can take something away from it, and it's not just, you know, like, criticisms, you know, like, oh, I don't like this. Alright, well, have fun.